Welcome to Saints on Cinema. I'm Josh Edlow,
And I am Tim Wilde.
and we are here in our Revelations episode to discuss the new trailer, Mary Poppins Returns. Now, I had an opportunity to see this trailer in the theater when seeing a movie that I cannot recall what the movie is that I saw, but I remember this trailer specifically, so that tells you what I feel about the trailer. Tim, you have not seen this yet, right?
I have not. So, but are you saying that the movie was so bad that the trailer is what stood out with your night that night?
I can't remember one way or the other, so I can't. I don't know. I've been racking my brain to think what it was that I saw that this trailer came on, and I can't remember. Blows my mind.
I can't think of anything what it would be on that later. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're gonna watch it right now. I'm gonna watch it for the first time. Then we're gonna talk about it. Okay?
Okay.
I'm like, okay, like the fans are gonna be like, yeah. All right, this has got to be full screen because I'm very excited about this. It's the same street. Aww.
Mary Poppins, it is wonderful to see you.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
All right. So, got the opportunity to see this trailer. I'll let Tim, you go ahead and tell me what you think on your very first impression
It's
of
hilarious. It says this trailer has not yet been rated. I think that's funny. Or this film has not yet been rated. Like they could go some direction. That may not be suitable for children. Anyway, I know that's because it's so early in development, probably. But I'm excited. Here's the thing I just thought about when I was watching it. I like it's on the same street. We know that because it had the captain or the what was the admiral or whatever that lived next door, the crazy guy that was always on the roof with his first man. They were shooting the cannon in the morning and all that. What was his name? Do you remember?
I can't remember his name, but I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah. So you know that's the same house, the same it was the same street, and then the kite was there, which is weird. I don't know if that was just a way to hook it or if that was supposed to be. It's not the same kite.
Well, it could be. It could be. It's a beat up kite.
Yeah, but it was a beat up kite in the beginning of the first one. I don't know if that's the same kite. Only, I mean, it was paper. It was like a garbage kite. It wasn't like a really good quality kite. The kids made it, and then Mr. Banks came home and at the very end and put it back together, and it was trash. I can't imagine that would last that long and then be thrown out into the garbage again. So I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It was hooking the audience, remembering the magic of the kite, and that was the whole sequence at the end of the first movie. So that was where everything launched off, and that could be the point of that. Is like we ended on this happy note where everyone in the world, even the bankers, are out there in the park, flying their kite, and that's the magic. The whole end song was about flying a kite. And then, wow, now the kite's in the garbage. So maybe that's to show the contrast that, bad things have happened as the kids have grown up. I don't know if that was supposed to be Michael.
It is.
Is it Michael? For sure?
That's supposed to be both of the kids. The two people who said it was nice to see you, that's him and his sister.
Why are they together? Like, that's weird. Why are they still in the house together?
I don't know. I've seen just as much as you have.
Well, I don't know. That's awkward. So maybe they're in the house, or maybe they're neighbors. I don't know. I don't know. It's they're grown up, so you got to think about what year this would be like. The 1920s now. Then you think?
I think it would probably be more like the 30s. Yeah.
Yeah. The first one was right past the 1900s threshold. I remember that. So they're grown up. Okay, it's a little bit different time. Here's what I liked about it: that it was dark, and that was my first impression. Like, why is this such a droll and a miserable environment? And everything's all cloudy. There's a storm, and it's like gray and all those dark tones. But I was like, well, that's London in every movie, first of all. But the original did start that way too, sort of, and not just during the scene up on the chimney sweep song stuff. But I was like, this is a really dark movie. Why is this like this? Did you ever see that trailer or that fan done trailer called Scary Mary?
Yes.
Okay, it felt like that. Like it was the start of a horror movie kind of a thing.
Stay awake, don't rest your head, don't lie down upon your bed.
And then all of a sudden, here she comes down, and in that shot, she's coming down, and the clouds seem to be parting around her where she's coming down. And now she's going to come down and bring back the magic and the excitement and bring back all the values and the things that they're probably not fixated on. I really hope that that's where they're going with the story. The story and the magic of Mary Poppins is helping people understand priorities and what's really important in life. The whole person that Mary Poppins was there for in the first movie was Mr. Banks, not the kids. Yeah, she was there playing with the kids and taking care of the kids, but her whole mission was to restore that connection between the father and the children. The mother was fine, and the children had each other. Yeah, they were kind of getting into trouble with the nannies coming in and out, but that was all a result of their negligence from their work obsessed father. I hope it's not the exact same story, but I hope that this is the same premise where Mary Poppins is coming in to teach a lesson similar to that. And who knows, it could be the same thing where Jane and Michael have now grown up and they've forgotten some of that, or they forgot what it's like to be a child. So she's going to bring back some of that imagination to them. I don't know, but I like it. I like the capture. I don't know, was that supposed to be Bert that was riding his bike or whatever?
I don't know if that is supposed to be Bert, but after seeing that, I did read up on it, and Dick Van Dyke will be reprising the role of Bert in the movie. So
as Bert?
As Bert, yeah.
So at the last Comic-Con, I think I mentioned this to you off the show, Josh, but at the last Comic-Con or FanX in Salt Lake, Dick Van Dyke was here, and he was talking about how he had just returned from filming, and he was working on it, and he was dressed up as the old man, and he had to I don't know if he was Bert as an old man, but obviously Dick Van Dyke can't come back and play a young Bert.
I just got back. I was in England in April. They're doing a sequel to Mary Poppins. And I got to do the old guy again. And I thought, well, this time I won't have to put on any makeup. But still, they put all kind of junk. I said, do you realize you're making up a 91-year-old man to look like a 91-year-old man? Well, I had a lot of fun. I got to do a song and dance number. And it looks like it's going to be pretty. The heart's in the right place, you know. It's kind of, they said, an homage to the original movie. And Angela Lansbury's in it. Quite a few, I can't think of everybody. Emily Blunt is Mary Poppins. And the guy who wrote and starred in Hamilton on Broadway. He played what? Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda. But Lin-Manuel plays the lamplighter, which is kind of like the bird part. and he can dance. He can lay it down. So I can't wait to see it.
Because Bert, even though he had a relationship, not romantic relationship, although there was some hints about that, but they had a very strong kinship where he knew who she was when she came and left, that he was in touch with all this magic going on, and he was a part of that magic. Bert wasn't a majestic being like she seemed to be, like a magic user.
Well,
When
that's
you look at the things that, go ahead.
that's why it makes sense that he would be older. I mean, we've gone
Right.
20, 30 years in the future now. He would be older as Bert, and she'd be the same age because she's a majestic being that everybody loves. And we don't know why or how he knew Mary Poppins before they met Michael and Jane. We don't know how long before or how long each appearance has been of Mary Poppins or how that works.
Right.
It seems like he will be reprising the role of Bert. That would only make sense.
You might do a little dancing in there, right?
Oh yeah, I do a dance number. I do a whole dance. Trip to Life. I get up on a desk and dance. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh.
The other thing I would say is different from other nostalgic shows that I have seen where it seems like they're just trying to play on nostalgia at all. I actually did get nostalgic, got the warm fuzzies, and was excited about seeing the continuance of this story. I think all of us, if you grew up in the 80s or even before that, I mean, any child should have had some relationship with Mary Poppins. And
Some exposure, at least.
if your family loved Disney, you at some point watched Mary Poppins ad nauseum, right? I mean, you watched it more times than you could probably count. And as if you were like me, where I'm the oldest of all of my siblings, every time a new kid needed to be introduced to it, it was shown 100 times, and so you got it again and again and again, and it just grows on you. It's an awesome show. I've shown my kids; they all love it. So I'm very excited for this. And what I'm most excited about is that it's coming out at Christmas, and it's been my tradition to go to a movie on Christmas every year since my kids were old enough to go to a movie on Christmas. And usually it's Star Wars, and there's not a Star Wars Christmas release this year, so we're going to go see Mary Poppins on Christmas Day.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I think if you went up to like younger kids or millennials now, and if you went up and asked any of them if they've seen or heard of like Bed Knobs and Broomsticks or some of those classics like that, they'll probably say no. But if you ask them about Mary Poppins, I bet most of them will say they at least are very familiar with it, even if they couldn't, sing the songs or remember, even if they didn't like it, if they had any exposure to it, they at least or know what it is, that this may actually still capture some interest. I trust Disney to pull this off, and I'm really excited about it. But more than that, where I was going with Dick Van Dyke, his endorsement of this show brings a lot of hope to me. I'm very excited about it. The trailer just looks great. I mean, the effects look good of her coming down, the connection with the kite and the kids and the mirror, all those things are good. And I like the droll, dark tones that it seem like she's coming into, and I'm hoping that depressive state, just like when Mary Poppins came the first time, and then she had the wind come and blow all the nannies in line, and how everyone's like scowling and everything. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. She's going to come in and restore. She's wearing a red dress. I mean, she's wearing the red dress, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's not just wardrobe, and that's her. She brings this bright color and this life into this otherwise dreary area, or this dreary environment, dreary household. So who cares what the characters are doing, what Jane and Michael are still doing, if they're still living there, or their neighbors, or who knows what. Maybe their kids are living there. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It's still the same environment. I hope they reference the neighbor, the guy, the admiral. Major, or was he a major? What was he? I can't remember. It's gonna drive me crazy. But I hope it's acknowledged, because otherwise people are gonna be watching this who may not remember, be like, what is that crow's nest doing on top of that house? That's really weird. But I hope they acknowledge that some kooky, weird military guy is there firing cannons or something. I think that's got to be there if the house is there. Otherwise, it's like, why would the new owner of the house have left that crow's nest, other than it's awesome?
So another thing I like about this versus even some of the things that Disney has done lately is that this is a sequel and not a remake. So, because it seems like their kind of MO right now with Disney classics is to take a cartoon and recreate it into a live action show,
right,
which is fine. Mostly they've been hits. There have been some misses. Pete's Dragon was a miss, in my opinion. But This is one that's a sequel, which I really love, and I also think Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins is perfectly cast. So really looking forward to seeing how she plays the character. All in all, I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I am too. I love Mary Poppins. I used to, not only did I have the, the movie on VHS, when I was 16, I worked at Kmart. I bought the CD for the soundtrack to Mary Poppins on CD, and I used to listen to it all the time. I think right now it's in my car on CD. I really do. I'm serious. And I don't have like a huge collection of CDs in my car, but I think that's one that I keep in there because I never get sick of those songs and that music. Totally unplanned. I happen to have right here in this corner, I have my old CD case, including the sleeve to Mary Poppins.
Wow.
The disc is not here. It's in my car. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Wow. So you've proven it now. Great.
Yeah. I'm not just saying that.
I mean,
I'm not ashamed.
we believed you. You didn't have to.
Good. All right. And sorry, I was always in love with Julie Andrews. I think she's one of my favorite actresses of all time. Just wonderful, beautiful spirit. And I love Dick Van Dyke. I love their chemistry. One of my favorite songs, even though it's not my favorite, the music is "It's a Jolly Holiday" because it brings their chemistry together as these two so intriguing characters. Her magic and his just being so full of life and everything. Everyone wanted to hang out with Bert and Mary Poppins. I just love the idea. And I can't wait to see Dick Van Dyke again. And honestly, what's going to be his last role, I'm sure.
So I would go so far as to say that I ever owned the Mary Poppins CD, let alone had it in my car. But
I'm proud of it. I don't care. I love it. I love it.
You own it. That's fine. I guess if you're into that sort of thing. But I agree. I think the thing I'm excited the most about is Mary Poppins was a part of my childhood, and it was something I watched at my grandparents' house. It was something I watched, at my house. And it's going to be cool to give my kids that same experience of introducing it to them in a medium that is to their liking with CGI and everything to kind of bring it to life a little bit better for our kids. So that's going to be exciting. Like I said, I couldn't be happier with seeing the teaser or trailer, and I don't have any worries about it. I think it's going to be great.
Mary Poppins is great, and we are definitely going to do a review of this movie. We definitely need to do a resurrection review and talk about the original Mary Poppins as we come closer to December for sure. But yeah, I'm excited.
Well, I think you'll like it because it's pretty good.
I've heard that it's amazing.
This is our Revelations episode on Mary Poppins Returns. For Saints on Cinema, I'm Josh Edlow.
And I'm Tim Wilde. Thanks for watching.
Keep it real.
I hope I'm still alive when it comes out. That's what.